What if I told you that the very way you breathe could be the reason your desires stay just out of reach? That every shallow inhale, every unconscious exhale, might be reinforcing an invisible wall between you and the life you long for. We've been taught to chase, to visualize, to affirm. But what if all this striving comes from a misunderstanding of reality itself? What if manifestation isn't about getting what you want, but remembering what you already are? For the next few minutes, I'm going to show you something that may completely shift how you understand desire, manifestation, and even the nature of consciousness itself. This is not another law of attraction trick or positive thinking exercise. This is a bridge between quantum science and ancient wisdom, between your breath and the field of reality itself. Because here's the secret. Your breath is not just oxygen moving through your lungs. It is awareness in motion. Every inhale is the universe entering you. Every exhale is you returning to the universe. And in that rhythm lies the hidden key to dissolving the illusion of separation. The illusion that you are here and your desires are somewhere else. Modern physics calls it quantum entanglement. Two particles, once connected, remain linked beyond space and time. Change one, and the other responds instantly. Ancient mystics called it oneness, the truth that everything is connected in a single field of consciousness. These are not different ideas. They are two languages describing the same mystery, and your breath is the translator. When you breathe as the observer, something extraordinary happens. You stop trying to pull your desires toward you. You stop chasing outcomes. Instead, you begin to merge with them. You start to feel that the abundance, love, peace, or clarity you've been searching for was never outside of you. It was simply waiting to be recognized. So take a breath right now. Slow down. Feel it move through you. This is not just breathing. This is creation remembering itself. This is the moment where science meets spirit, where awareness becomes reality, and where you begin to experience the truth that you and your desires are already one. Stay with me until the end of this video, because what you're about to learn isn't just a breathing technique. It's a way to reprogram your entire perception of life itself. From the moment we begin to form thoughts about who we are and what we want, the mind quietly builds a wall between me and what I seek. We grow up believing that life is a constant pursuit, that happiness, peace, or success lives somewhere outside of us, waiting to be earned, achieved, or manifested. This invisible division becomes the silent engine of human suffering. The more we chase what feels distant, the more that distance defines us. We forget that the very act of pursuit reinforces the illusion of separation, creating a cycle of striving that can never truly end. Most people approach life with a compartmentalized mindset. I'm here, and what I want is out there. This dualistic perception shapes every layer of our psychology. It wires the brain to think in terms of lack. If something is out there, then it's not here. This belief activates the body's stress response, keeping the nervous system locked in a subtle but continuous fight-or-flight state. We may call it ambition, motivation, or drive, but beneath it lies a current of fear, the fear that we are incomplete. From a neurobiological perspective, this state of deprivation floods the body with cortisol and adrenaline, narrowing our perception and disconnecting us from intuitive intelligence. Philosophically, this tension is the ego's most persistent illusion. The ego thrives on contrast. It defines itself by what it is not. I am not there yet. I don't have it yet. I will be whole when. In its hunger to survive, the ego convinces us that we are fragments drifting in a universe of separation. Yet every spiritual tradition and every great mystic has pointed to the same truth. The sense of separation is not real. It is a dream born from limited perception, a kind of cosmic forgetting. Just as a wave forgets it is the ocean, we forget that the life we are chasing is the same life breathing us right now. When you believe that your desires exist somewhere outside yourself, you begin to relate to them as distant objects. You visualize, affirm, and hope, yet with every attempt to attract, you subtly confirm that they are not already yours. This is the paradox of manifestation. The harder you try to pull something toward you, the more you affirm its absence. Quantum physics mirrors this truth in the principle of observation, that the act of measurement changes what is observed. When you see your desire as separate, you fix it into the category of not yet mine, freezing it into a future possibility rather than a present recognition. But what if this entire structure, this me versus the world mentality, is a misunderstanding of consciousness itself? What if consciousness is not inside your head, peering out through your senses, but a vast, interconnected field expressing itself as you and as everything you perceive? In this view, your desires are not separate entities moving through space to reach you. They are reflections of the same consciousness, calling itself back into awareness. The desire for love is love itself trying to be remembered. The desire for abundance is abundance seeking its own expression. The desire for peace is peace whispering, "I am already here." From the perspective of depth psychology, this illusion of separation fuels what Carl Jung called the shadow struggle, the part of us that projects unmet desires outward, believing the world must fulfill them. We project wholeness onto others, onto future achievements, onto imagined circumstances. Yet the moment we attain them, the satisfaction fades, and the mind finds new objects to chase. It's not because fulfillment is impossible. It's because we've been looking in the wrong direction. The external pursuit is an echo of an internal misperception, that who we are is somehow less than whole. The ancient wisdom traditions understood this long before quantum physics gave us language for it. In Vedanta, this illusion is called Maya, the veil that hides the unity of existence. In Buddhism, it is the root of dukkha, the suffering born from craving and aversion. In Taoism, it is the imbalance created when the mind steps out of the natural flow of the Tao. Each tradition offers the same medicine, awareness, not as a concept, but as direct recognition that there is no real boundary between the observer and the observed. And this is where the breath enters as a sacred key. Breath is the one function that bridges the conscious and the unconscious, the voluntary and the involuntary. It is both a bodily rhythm and a reflection of your inner state. When your mind perceives separation, your breath becomes shallow, fragmented, anxious. But when you begin to breathe consciously, observing without trying to control, something subtle shifts. The breath becomes whole again, and with it, your awareness begins to remember its own wholeness. You start to feel that your life is not a chase, but a dance. Not a hunt for missing pieces, but an unfolding recognition of completeness. To solve the separation problem, we must begin not with effort, but with observation. The observer breath is more than a technique. It is an invitation to witness your own consciousness in motion. As you watch your breath rise and fall, you are watching the rhythm of creation itself. The same intelligence that moves galaxies and tides is moving through your lungs in this very moment. When you witness this without interference, the illusion of me and my desire begins to dissolve. What remains is awareness, whole, complete, unbroken. The seeker and the sought were never two. They were always one consciousness, playing hide and seek with itself. The moment you truly see this, not as an idea, but as a lived realization, your entire relationship with desire changes. You stop chasing and start recognizing. You stop striving to manifest and start allowing life to reveal what was already yours. Problems become portals, desires become mirrors, and every breath becomes a reminder that you were never separate from what you seek. So before we talk about techniques, affirmations, or visualization, we must first return to this truth. There is no out there. Everything you long for is already present within the field of your awareness, waiting for recognition. The breath is how you remember. The observer is how you awaken. And recognition, not pursuit, is the beginning of transformation. There is a silent rhythm that connects everything in existence, from the orbit of stars to the beating of your heart, from the tides of the ocean to the rise and fall of your breath. Breath is not just a biological process that keeps you alive. It is the most intimate bridge between the visible and the invisible, the physical and the energetic. When you breathe consciously, you begin to harmonize your inner frequency with the pulse of the cosmos itself. The breath becomes a living gateway into unified consciousness, the direct experience that you and the universe are not two separate things. In the language of quantum physics, reality is not made of solid matter, but of vibrating energy fields in constant interaction. Everything, your thoughts, emotions, and even your breath, is part of this quantum fabric. Every inhale draws in the subtle information of the universe. Every exhale releases your vibration back into that field. When you breathe with awareness, you enter a co-creative relationship with the quantum field. Each deliberate breath becomes a communication, a signal to the field that says, I remember who I am. This is the essence of unity breathing, aligning the rhythm of your breath with the awareness of oneness. You realize that your desires are not separate from you. They are currents of consciousness, flowing through the same ocean of being. Your nervous system, once trapped in the vibration of lack and pursuit, begins to relax into coherence. In neuroscience, coherence is a measurable state where heart rate, breath, and brain waves fall into harmony. Each conscious breath attunes your entire being to the truth of non-separation. The inhale becomes an act of remembrance, drawing in the energy of unity, and the exhale becomes an act of surrender, releasing the illusion of control. You begin to feel that your awareness extends beyond the skin, merging with everything around you. The wall between inside and outside fades, and all that remains is a boundless field of presence, breathing itself through you. In yogic science, the breath, prana, is not merely air, but the vital life force that animates all things. In Taoist practice, it is called qi, the breath of heaven that moves through the body's meridians and connects us to the cosmos. In the teachings of the Buddha, awareness of breath, anapanasati, is the direct path to enlightenment. Each of these traditions understood that when you master your breath, you master the gateway between the finite and the infinite. Science is now beginning to echo what the sages knew thousands of years ago. When you breathe consciously, you are influencing this quantum communication within your own body. Imagine, for a moment, taking a slow, deep breath. As you inhale, you are not simply pulling air into your lungs. You are drawing in the infinite intelligence that holds galaxies together. And as you exhale, imagine releasing fulfillment, a gentle flow of gratitude and completion, as though your entire being is saying, I am whole. This is not imagination. This is quantum interaction. You are collapsing the distance between who you think you are and what you truly are. The observation state is where true transformation begins, the silent turning point where awareness shifts from the storm of thoughts to standing above it. The observing breath is more than a technique. It is conscious witnessing that dissolves reactivity and reveals clarity. In a world of emotional noise, simply observing your breath becomes revolutionary. Each inhalation draws you into presence. Each exhalation releases the compulsion to control. In the still gap, awareness awakens. You train the mind to witness without reacting. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness observing them. Psychology calls this metacognition, the space between stimulus and response where freedom lives. Frankl, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Observing breath expands that space. Stoic wisdom. Strength comes from governing the mind, not events. Observation, not reaction. Physiologically, reaction activates the amygdala. Observation recruits the prefrontal cortex. The chemistry shifts instantly. Cortisol drops. The nervous system shifts to rest and restore. This is biology, not wishful thinking. In a triggering moment, pause, breathe, observe. The knot loosens, the weight fades. You were never the storm. You were always the sky. Buddhism's Vipassana, insight through observation. Vedanta's Atman, the untouched witness. In quantum terms, observing collapses chaos into coherence. You become the conscious observer. Problems lose emotional gravity when you stop identifying with them. Observe without labeling, like clouds passing across the sky. Different languages, same truth. Awareness changes reality. Reaction binds, observation frees. Try it now. Slow inhale, feel the chest expand. Exhale, the weight leaves. Just watch. The situation remains, but its hold weakens. Clarity arises. Action flows from insight. Observation turns reaction into realization. Problems become mirrors of former identification. Transformation begins by dissolving identification. The universe doesn't react to chaos. It responds to coherence. When breath and awareness move together, reality reorganizes around that calm frequency. You no longer seek peace, you breathe peace. You no longer chase solutions, you allow them. You become both scientist and sage, shaping reality through the quiet power of presence. Breathe as the observer, and you reclaim your power from every external force. Untouchable, not because life stops challenging you, but because you stop confusing the challenge for who you are. In the still space between inhale and exhale, reaction fades, realization dawns. The observer was never separate from the observed. Observation doesn't escape reality. It creates it. True manifestation is not born from pursuit. It emerges from realization. It doesn't come from trying to attract what you lack, but from awakening to the truth that you are never separate from what you seek. Through observational breathing, this truth moves from philosophy into direct experience. Every inhale becomes a remembrance of wholeness, and every exhale a surrender into the completeness that has always been yours. Each breath becomes a living declaration. I have always been what I sought. Most people spend their lives breathing in a state of wanting, their breath shallow, rushed, and tense. The nervous system, conditioned by the belief in separation, remains locked in survival mode. When you practice breathing as your fulfilled self, this entire pattern begins to unravel. You move from scarcity consciousness to creative consciousness. Every time you think, I don't have it yet, the body reacts as if survival is at stake. But when you breathe with awareness, I am already it, the body relaxes, coherence returns. You no longer emit the frequency of lack. You radiate fulfillment. The wave that seeks the ocean realizes it is the ocean. Your desires are not distant goals. They are the universe expressing itself through you. When you breathe as your desires, you allow the energy of desire to complete its cycle. Recognition. The abundance you seek is the same creative life force flowing through every breath. Manifestation is not attraction, it is alignment. Each breath becomes a prayer without words, a direct communion with infinite potential. You are actively co-creating with consciousness through resonance. The ego thrives on distance. It survives by convincing you that fulfillment is one breath away. As the breath slows, the ego softens. Stillness reveals deeper intelligence. Solutions appear not from effort, but from clarity. Desire no longer feels like tension pulling you forward. It becomes a current carrying you effortlessly. When you breathe as your desires, you honor life's creative impulse without resistance. You stop asking, how can I get what I want? And start realizing, how can I allow what already is? Every moment of breathing becomes an act of remembrance. You are no longer trying to fix yourself. You are breathing in sync with reality. So breathe now, not as someone waiting for change, but as the change itself. Let each inhale remind you of the abundance already within. Let each exhale release illusion. This is the true breath of creation, not pursuit, but realization. Through it, the distance between you and your desires disappears. Your desires are no longer distant goals, but living expressions of the same intelligence that breathes through you. Timeless, complete, and already fulfilled. When faced with a challenge, most people instinctively hold their breath. The moment resistance appears, fear, stress, or uncertainty, the breath tightens. Yet in holding the breath, we disconnect from the intelligence that could guide us. The observer breath offers a different way, where solutions are revealed through. Every challenge in life is like a wave rising in the ocean of consciousness. When we resist it, we create turbulence. When we observe it, we discover flow. The habit of resistance is deeply ingrained in the human psyche. What if the very energy of the problem could become the key to its resolution? When a challenge arises, instead of holding your breath, you soften it. Breathing evenly activates the body's natural healing mechanism. In this coherent state, perception expands. Just as a still lake reflects the sky, a calm mind mirrors truth. In quantum terms, coherence is the alignment of your field with the greater field of consciousness. When you breathe consciously, your frequency stabilizes. You resonate with the unified field. Resistance is the root of suffering. What you resist persists. Recognition dissolves friction. It's seeing clearly without distortion. When you encounter pain, you breathe into it. When fear arises, you observe it. You stop trying to fix life. You allow it to express itself through you. Ancient teachings called this harmony, wu wei, acceptance, or equanimity. Mindful breathing activates higher intelligence, the seat of empathy and insight. Imagine tension, a conflict, a worry, or pain. Notice your breath shortens. Pause. Feel the breath. Inhale slowly. Exhale gently. Observe sensations. Don't fight them. Within seconds, a shift occurs. The problem hasn't disappeared, but your relationship with it has transformed. This is the magic of the observer breath. It converts struggle into flow. Resistance says, this shouldn't be happening. Recognition says, this too is me. To solve life's problems through recognition is to trust the same intelligence that guides the stars. Life is not a puzzle to be fixed, but a process to be lived. Resistance contracts, recognition expands. So the next time life challenges you, do not hold your breath. Breathe deeper. Let the air remind you that the same life moving through the challenge is moving through you. For when you breathe as consciousness itself, you realize the ultimate truth. There was never anything to resist. There was only life, inviting you home, one breath at a time. Most people breathe as if life is something they must chase. Every inhale, a grasp for what's missing. Visual direction. Every time you breathe with the thought, I need more, your breath reinforces lack. The mirror breathing method turns this cycle upside down. Breathe not for what you want, but as if you already are what you desire. You are no longer a seeker gasping in the desert. You are the oasis. Every inhale is remembrance. The universe inhaling through you, already whole. Every exhale is gratitude, effortless, natural. The breath becomes a sacred mirror. Life reflects fullness, not absence. You cannot deceive the breath. It reveals your consciousness. Mastering mirror breathing turns breath into a bridge. Thought arrow, energy arrow manifestation. Psychologically, this rewires the nervous system from wanting to being. In coherence, heart, brain, and breath move in rhythm. The signal is safety. Creation cannot flow from fear. In safety, intuition returns. The field responds to frequency, not words. Resonance merges like with like. Breathing as your fulfilled self aligns your vibration with that reality. This isn't pretending, it's remembering. Consciousness creates through reflection. Breath is the pivot between inner and outer. Inhale, I am that. Exhale, that is me. Duality dissolves. Upanishads, Tao, Soham, one truth in many tongues. Practice example. To breathe peace, inhale as peace already present. Exhale in natural gratitude. Apply to love, abundance, purpose. Life reorganizes to mirror your inner alignment. With consistency, this ceases to be a technique and becomes your way of being. Neuroscience echoes it. Breath with gratitude expands the heart's field and shifts chemistry. If you catch yourself breathing lack, pause. Inhale as the cosmos remembering itself. Exhale as gratitude. Let each breath say, I am already what I desire. This is the mirror breathing method, the art of breathing as your wishes. Life stops being a chase and becomes a reflection of inner wholeness. Manifestation is remembrance. Everything you've longed for was breathing within you all along. And as you live this truth, the world becomes your mirror, effortlessly reflecting your fulfilled self, one breath at a time.